Good type can fly solo. This is where we talk about display type. Display type can be beautiful and fascinating. This is a misfit Banco from the 50s. It's a lovely typeface, but it's a good example of what you can do in display type that you wouldn't dream of doing in running text. Display type's sense of identity and place is very powerful. Its sense of time and era has an uncanny ability to put you there, right? Even to the decade. This is a 70s remix of a centuries-old typeface, and it looks like it's from the 70s. It's a lovely thing. Display type is quite accepting of distortion and texture, unlike paragraphs of text, right? And it's actually one of the fun things I think about the display type category. Like leaving bits out can make display type more interesting. There's something about the puzzle or working it out that I think is very attractive in small amounts, even if that means pushing to the far extremes of legibility or just making some impact. A couple of practical things you can think about with display type. Typically, this is where display type and headline overlap, but if you put yourself in the position of designing something for editorial or advertising where space is at a premium and it's expensive, you're going to want to find space-saving type. So in the horizontal here, in particular, producing typefaces that are condensed, or compressed and contain the right voice is actually a really hard thing to pull off. Think about the other dimension as well in the vertical. And when you're testing headline fonts in particular, use multi-line testing if you can in type testers and look for those blobs, things that overlap. You'll find that a lot of display types have shorter ascenders and descenders to avoid that clashing and that overlap. Something else you might want to try while you're at it is typing things in capitals and adding some fake, in this case, brevs or acutes or umlauts. Any diacritic mark that increases the height and gives you a more natural sense of where this might break and where these lines might run into each other. This is a nice example. Marvin Visions is a recent revival of Marvin, a sci-fi font from the 1960s. Kind of cool. It's space-saving in the horizontal and the vertical, possibly because it's all uppercase, but it does a good job of carrying the voice with it. Nice example. Mischief Makers Galushki, which has left something out, but it's still fun. And it comes in Galushki whole as well. Got line art. Sort of rewards you for reading it. And then one of my favorites, who wouldn't want a display font made of meat? Cool, isn't it? Okay. So good type can fly solo.